Hi there. Now, let's go on a trip down memory lane where bands were real bands and not this, degenerate Kings of Leon bullshit that we get through the radio these days. But, first, a little bit of history. MANSUN were formed in Cheshire, England in 1995. The band comprised of vocalist / rhythm guitarist Paul Draper, bassist Stove King, lead guitarist / backing vocalist Dominic Chad, and drummer Andy Rathbone. Arriving in the aftermath of the quote-unquote Britpop wave, MANSUN were one of the first British guitar bands to depart from the prevailing styles of that era. They had more in common with the early 90s bands like Suede and the Manic Street Preachers, groups that stood defiantly outside of the spotlight, yet managed to cultivate a devoted fan base. They combined a dark, grandiose vision with the driving intensity of hard rock and stylish swagger of new romanticism. MANSUN didn't sound a thing like their contemporaries. Now, according to MANSUN's Kleptomania album, the liner notes say that Paul Draper says that Take It Easy Chicken was their first song and the band didn't really know how to play their own instruments. The band started much like any other band of that era, by releasing a few EPs that were shortly followed by their critically acclaimed album, The Attack of the Grey Lantern. The album appeared to contain a conceptual storyline, and even frontman Paul Draper himself admits that Attack of the Grey Lantern is not a fully fledged concept album. It was his intention for it to be one until he, quote, ran out of steam, labelling the LP half a concept album or a con album. Get it? The majority of the record is centred around the concept of a superhero known as the Grey Lantern, in the guise of Draper himself. Throughout the album, the hero encounters a number of immoral inhabitants in a fictional English village. And that is pretty much the concept. Throughout 1996 and 1997, MANSUN released Egg-Shaped Fred, Stripper Vicar, She Makes My Nose Bleed, Tax Loss, and Wide Open Space. MANSUN's debut album went on to knock Blur's 1997 self-titled album off the top spot off the British album chart. The album shortly went gold and was listed in Melody Maker's, NME and Q's Best 50 Albums of the Year, and coming in Guardian's Best 10 Pop Albums of the Year. If you have to listen to one of the albums of the 90s, definitely pick this up, because it's an album you're never going to forget. I may be Chris. See you in the next time.